Settler. Is that how you say it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sure.
Great to have him. All right. And we want to welcome this man right here, Mr. Brandon Hayes. I tell you, he's a diamond in the company, and this guy is phenomenal. Loves helping people. I haven't found anybody that loves to help people more than him, and he's great. I've done a lot of three-way calls with him. He's always been there for me to help me out. And we're extremely excited to have him here tonight, and I know you're going to be blessed to hear what he has to say. Just a real quick thing with myself. I've been with the company now for 3 years, and just saw some great results at the very beginning with the product, and that got me excited about the business side of it. And so I ended up wanting to share this with people. I'm a farmer. I coach volleyball over here at Logan County High School, but I saw an opportunity to help a lot of people and to make some extra income on the side. And so I'm also sharing this with my boys. I got 11 and 14-year-old boys, and I'm teaching them how to do this system because I see how important it is to be an entrepreneur, someone that can grow a business on your own without having to build other people's dreams. And so we're extremely excited about the opportunity. And I've stuck and stayed with it for over 3 years. And I want to tell you, a lot of times people come in and they want to see quick success, which we can, and we're seeing that. But stick and stay. You get your pay, you push, and just keep reaching out to people. You'd be amazed how many people need what we have as far as product and opportunity, because there's a lot of people financially that are struggling, and people need opportunity. And so this is a great tool and great opportunity. Just real quick, I'd like to tell this story to tell you how simple this is. I was coming home from a volleyball tournament, and I stopped at Texas Roadhouse in E-Town, and I was sitting there, had a great waiter, served us. I can tell he's a go-getter, and I just shared this opportunity with him. The guy's coming in, did a three-way with Brandon the other day on the phone, introduced him to a couple people, and he's come in with one of the top builder twos. And so that's how simple it is. The guy didn't even know it, and just shared, hey, you open to making some extra money and helping some people. And that's all we're doing. We're just sharing opportunity. And so we're really excited about that. I want to introduce this guy. He can come on up here, and let's give it up for Brandon Hayes. Play that? I don't know.
We'll figure it out. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Jeremy's and Mr. Head here. Okay, how's everybody else?
Good.
Good. Well, listen, guys, I definitely appreciate the introduction here. I was beginning to wonder if he was talking about me. I said, man, whoever he's talking about must be like 6'5" and bulletproof and glows in the dark. And of course, you guys can see I'm like 5'6". But so obviously, short people can do the business too. So give some of you guys hope, right? I don't get to wear heels all the time. Like, that would be kind of funny.
It makes you look big anyway.
Yeah, I'd look kind of funny.
I don't know, you might look pretty good.
I know you did. That's right, you never know. Well, guys, I'm humbled that these guys, that Carolyn and the heads and all the people, all the leaders that are involved in this area, I'm humbled that you guys would even think of me, and Tyler and Mr. Lyon here, that you guys would think of me and ask me to come down and speak. And of course, when they've actually asked me a couple of times, and I've been out of town or I've had scheduling conflicts, so I haven't gotten a chance to. But I'm glad to be here with you, and it's fun, to see the progression of what's happened in just a couple of weeks. I mean, how many of you guys were at the first event that was at this house? Maybe, I guess it's been about a month or so ago, right? How many of you guys were at that first event? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you, 8 of you. So what do we got in here? About 18 people, 17 people, maybe even more than that, maybe 20, I don't know, something like that. So you guys can see how this is beginning to grow, right? And everybody's not even here. I mean, the guy that started it is not even here. He's at a track meet, right? That's what we call leverage, right? He's like, man, I got to be at a track meet, but y'all have fun at the meeting, right? He started it, right? He's the one the reason why we're all here. And so, guys, I'm going to share my story with you tonight. I'm going to be as brief as possible on the opportunity part, because I know there's a few guests, maybe some people taking a look at the first time. In fact, just do me a favor. If this is the first time that you're taking a look at this at an event like this, just do me a favor, raise your hand. A couple of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple of you. Okay, cool. So for the benefit of you guys, I'm going to show you exactly really how this works, a simple way that you can build a business, and I'll kind of pepper in my story here and there just so you can kind of know what's happened for me. Because I have a unique story that's maybe a little bit different from Steven's and JT's, and a little different from Brian's and Tyler's, and so I'll share that with you. And then on the back end, we'll talk about, maybe we might do a quick Q&A. Okay, so for those of you that maybe have some questions about the products or the business or both. and then after that we'll take maybe a quick 5-minute break, and then I'll do a little bit of a training. Is that fair?
Cool.
Everybody on board with that? You are say I am?
I am.
Awesome, good. So if you can't tell, I feed off of your energy. So just anytime I tell a joke, if you don't think it's funny, just laugh. Just nod your head and laugh, because I'm gonna tell a lot of not funny jokes. Okay. All right. So I took a look at this back in 2009, and at the time, just so you guys kind of have an idea of where I'm coming from. Everybody hear me? Can you guys hear me in the back? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Just so you guys can kind of have an idea of where I'm coming from, my background. I was working at a restaurant. Any of you guys familiar with Bowling Green? Okay, that's where I'm from. 440 Main. Anybody ate at 440 Main before?
Yeah.
Okay, a little restaurant. Yeah, a nice little restaurant on the square. That's where I was working. I was the manager there. I was doing that. I had 2 other jobs, so I had a total of 3 jobs. How many jobs did I have?
3.
3 jobs.
3 jobs. 1, 2, 3. I was working about 80 hours a week, and that's okay. I consider myself one of the hardest workers I know, and I hope you do too. The problem for me is that even though I was working 80 hours a week, I was still broke. I was like looking, I was below broke, like looking up saying, man, I wish I could just be broke, and so I was just at a point where I was open. And I want to challenge you guys, whether you're broke or not, that's irrelevant. That's my story. That's where I was, and I hope that's not where you're at. That's where I was. Whether you are or not, though, I would ask you to just have an open mind, especially if you're looking at this for the first time. Okay? They say your mind works best like a parachute, right? It works best when it's open. And so I want to challenge you guys to have an open mind tonight. Okay? And I'm very thankful that I did when this was shared with me just a few short years ago. So that's where I was back in 2009. I was working at a restaurant. I met a guy named Kevin. And Kevin, some of you guys have actually met Kevin at this point now. He's one of the top leaders in the company. But then he was just kind of getting started. And Kevin, we had a short conversation. He was a complete stranger. I'd never met him before my entire life, Lisa. But he said he listened, and he took a genuine interest in my life. And he was just nice, right? And he said, man, I hear you. You're telling me you're working all these hours. You're broke. Listen, me and my wife, we just got attached to some really successful people. They're teaching us how to generate some income part-time. And he was climbing the corporate ladder at a company in Bowling Green. His wife was, in the physical therapy world, and so they were doing okay, right? But they were more excited about what they were doing part-time. And I said, man, I'd love to take a look. And here's what Kevin didn't know. I'd literally been, for the past few weeks, like literally on my knees, like praying for an opportunity. Do you guys know there's people out there like that? You may be doing okay. And that's great, right? You in your little circle, right? Your garden, your world, you may be doing okay. But I guarantee you there's people that you know that aren't, okay? Sometimes it's not all about us. And I'm very thankful that Kevin stepped outside of his comfort zone that night, and he extended his hand and met a complete stranger and changed his life. Because here's what happened. In about 6 months of building the business, I got started, obviously, that's why I'm standing here today. In about 6 months of building the business, part-time, right, so part-time, I was able to triple, okay, what I was doing full-time at my 3 jobs working 80 hours a week. I wasn't doing that good, so it wasn't that hard to do that. but here's what that did for me. It gave me hope. And I said, you know what, this is a big deal. We got the tiger by the tail, JT. This is a bigger deal than I thought, right? And so fast forward to 18 months down the road after I got started, my life looked completely different. I hopped on a plane. I flew down to Puerto Rico. We did some island hopping in the British Virgin Islands. And the reason I share that story with you is not to impress you by any means. Some of you guys have been those places. Here's why that story is significant for me. Because it was a celebration. And what we were celebrating is when I returned home at the age of 24, I didn't have to go back to a job. I was able to get rid of all 3 of them, guys.
Right.
And I was able to be free, right? I was able to be free. That's why I love this business. It was never for a pile of money to sit in my living room, okay? I like to be very clear about that, right? Yes, we make a lot of money, Stephen. Yes, we do. I've made more money in the last, year than I probably have in the entire previous life before that. I'm a young guy, so that's not too hard to do, but yeah, we make a lot of money, and I don't apologize for that, because you know what money is? Money's a tool. Do you guys know that good people with a lot of money do a lot of good things? And the opposite's true. Bad people with a lot of money do a lot of bad things. So here's what I want. I want a lot of good people making a whole lot of money, right? So we're building more churches, we're digging more wells, we're helping more kids, we're doing the things that need to get done. Money is it's not inherently good or evil. It has no moral value whatsoever. It's simply a tool. It doesn't make the man. It amplifies the man, right, or woman, right? Sorry, ladies. It amplifies who you are. So if you're a good person, you do more good. If you're a bad person, you do more bad. So that's kind of what's happened for me, guys, and it's just created a scenario for us where we have more options, we have more choices, we have more freedoms than we would have had otherwise. If I would have stayed on the same path, right? Going to work 80 hours a week to make somebody else rich, right? There's nothing wrong with that if you're okay with it. I'm not here to step on anybody's toes, guys, or hurt anybody's feelings. I'd like to submit to you a couple of ideas. I don't like to tell people what to think or how to think. I just like sometimes for people to slow down and think, right? Sometimes we don't, right? Greg, sometimes we get in a cycle. We go to work, we go to sleep. We go to work, we go to sleep. We go to work, we go to sleep. And then you wake up one day and your whole life has passed by. And you say, man, what happened? You've lived a quiet life of desperation only to arrive safely at your grave, right? And who wants that, man? I wanted to do something big. I wanted to make a splash. I wanted to get some bumps and bruises and scratches and say at the end of my life, they say, man, that Brandon guy was crazy. And he did something big and he made a big impact, right? That's what I wanted to do. And that's what this business has really, truly provided for us, is an opportunity to do just that. And so we're setting the captives free, the ones that want to be. Not everybody wants to be, right? And that's okay, but for the ones that want to, the ones that want to be a full-time dad with a part-time business, the ones that want to be the only dad at the soccer game and the school play, that's the people we're looking for. The ones that want to be the mom that gets to take their daughter to New York and go shopping on a whim just because they can, right? Because they have the time freedom to do so, and the money. Of course, that takes money, right? That's what we're looking for, those people. The freedom fighters, the people that want to be free. That's what we're passionate about. That's what keeps me up late at night, and that's what wakes me up early in the morning, because I know there's other mommies and daddies out there that want to be full-time mommies and daddies, right? I wanted to be able to be a full-time spouse. I wanted to be married to my spouse instead of married to my boss. My boss, I had 3 of them at the time. None of them were pretty. Right? They were all men, man. I didn't want to be married. My goodness. How many of you guys are married? How many of you guys are married, right? Well, listen. How many of you guys know that and how many of you guys got kids? How many of you guys know that it's easier to chase your wife around the house during the day when the kids are at school, right? It's easier to have more fun with the wife when the kids are at school and you're at home all day because you got time freedom. Okay? So, guys, I just wanted to be free. That's it. That was my fight. And was the fight easy? Maybe not. You know what? But you know what else isn't easy? Working for somebody else for the rest of your life to make them rich. That's not easy either, right? No matter what you do, you're going to work. I promise you. It's going to be work no matter what you do. The only difference is, where will you arrive, right? Where will you be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years if you keep on the same path? And if you're okay with that, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you're looking for something bigger and better, that's what this has provided for us. It's not about money, it's about what the money can do. And it's provided us with freedom. And so I'm going to share with you a video because I really want you guys to see the simplicity of this, right? Because I didn't have a story when I first started this business. I couldn't share all that. Here's what I'll share with you. Here's what I did when I got started in this business. I said, I like Zija. I said, hi, my name's Brandon. I like Zija. Zija's good. Watch this video. That's literally what I did, guys. and somebody shouted out real quick, I guess. How many people do y'all think showed up at my first event?
1. 9.
0. How many people do you think showed up at my second event?
2.
0. Guys, I couldn't even get Mama to show up. And Mom finally showed up at the third event, so it was Mom and my 2 wiener dogs, And none of them enrolled. Finally got one of my dogs to enroll a couple years later. But guys, here's the deal. I did it again, and I did it again, and I did it again. That's the secret of how I got here. It's not because I'm great. You guys see I'm nobody special, okay? When I got started, I was 23 years old. I had no skills, right? I tell everybody I was a snot-nosed kid, right? I thought I knew everything about everything, but I knew nothing about nothing, making payments on everything, right? And I had a big ego and a small bank account, okay? And but I got yanked around. I got some guys that said, "Here, come here, listen to us," and they were willing to invest their time and their energy and their knowledge into helping me do this. Right? They said, "Brandon, come on up here. We'll teach you how to do it. We'll show you a simple system that anybody can do, and it doesn't require a lot of your time." And I said, "Okay, where else do I have people willing to do that? Who else is?" I didn't have anybody chasing me around, guys, at my job, saying, "Hey, Brandon, we really want to help you be successful," or "Hey, Brandon, we really want to help you make a lot of money." Right? And so when someone did, even though he was a complete stranger at 440 Main, I had to at least take a serious look and listen. Right? And so. Obviously, guys, you know, when I got started, I had no skills, I had no credibility, I had no money, I was broke, right? I had no time, I had nothing going for me in terms of, you know, what you would think someone would need to be successful in a business, okay? From the outside looking in, most people would say, he'll never be successful in business. And they would probably be right in traditional business. But because this is a simple system that anybody can do, right? Anybody, and because it didn't require a lot of my time, and I had a lot of support from incredible leaders that were willing to help me, that's the only reason I've had success. The system and the support. And everyone has access to it. Now, whether you choose to apply it is up to you. Whether you choose to make a little bit of money or make a lot, that's up to you, right? System is the same. Products are the same. Everything's the same. Leadership of the company is the same. Everything's the same. Whether you choose to help a few people or help a bunch of people, that's up to you. Whether you choose to bless a few lives or bless a ton of lives, that's up to you, right? Now, you have the same platform, and you can do wherever you fit in the spectrum is okay, whatever you choose to do. So I'm going to share this video with you, 7 minutes long, so I know the mind can only absorb, you know, what the rear end can endure, so we'll keep it to 7 minutes, right? And it'll talk a little bit about the products, a little bit about the business, and a little bit about the company. Some of you guys have already seen it, so it's going to be a rerun for you, but that's okay. You know, it's always good to see the same info so you can digest it a little bit more. But this is what I did in the beginning. I said, watch this video. And then at the end, I would call someone and let them close it out for me because I didn't have a story yet. Right? I hadn't made any money. I hadn't helped anybody. I didn't have a story with the product. So I'd call somebody else and put them on the phone and let them close it out for me. That's literally what I did, guys. That's how we started this thing. And there was, you know, my mom, and, you know, at the end, I was like, "Mom, I need your credit card." You know, that's my presentation, right? So it was not good. If I hadn't have been doing it, I would have left, right? So we'll play this video real quick. How am I going to do this, guys?
Do you know about that clock over there?
Yep.
Hit play, it's ready to go. I'm not
All right,
sure about
sounds
the volume,
good.
though.
So
Get ready to turn the volume
my
up.
name's Brandon. I like Zija. Zija's good. Power. Play. Watch this video.